There are 43,000 species of phylum Chordata, and they include the amphibians, reptiles, aves, fishes, and mammals. The phylum Chordata have 4 features which play important role in the evolution of this phylum. Number 1 is the presence of a hollow dorsal nerve cord that runs beneath the dorsal surface, and it differentiates into brain and spinal cord in vertebrates. And number second feature is the presence of a flexible rod, the notochord, which is formed on the dorsal side of the primitive gut in the early embryo, and it is present at some developmental stage in all chordates. And the notochord is located just below the nerve cord. So the notochord may persist throughout the life cycle of some chordates, or it may be displaced during embryological development, as in most vertebrates, by the vertebral column that forms around the nerve cord. And then we have pharyngeal pouches. They connect the pharynx, a muscular tube which links the mouth cavity and the esophagus with the outside. So in terrestrial vertebrates, these slits do not actually connect to the outside and are better termed pharyngeal pouches. So they become slits and open to outsides in animal with gills, but they disappear in those organisms which lack gills. So the presence of these structures in all vertebrate embryo provide evidence to the aquatic ancestry. Then there is a postnatal tail. So chordates have a postnatal tail that extend beyond the anus, at least during their embryological development. Nearly all the animals have a terminal anus. Then we have a division of phylum Chordata into lower chordates and higher chordates. Lower chordates are termed as are divided into 2 subphylum. Number 1 is subphylum Urochordata, and in urochordates, nerve cord and notochords are present in free living larvae only, and they are called as tunicates because they are enclosed in covering which is called as tunic, and their adults are sessile. You can see here the tunicate Helioxanthia, and there is incurrent siphon and excurrent siphon as shown here, and there is a gill slits present, and then there is a covering which is called as tunicate. And the next other phylum is subphylum Cephalochordata, and in Cephalochordata, nerve cord and notochord they persist throughout the life, and as they are lens shaped, so they are known as lancelets. You can see here the gill bars and gill slits present, and a notochord which is present throughout their life, and there is a nerve cord too. And then we have higher chordates. They consist of subphylum Vertebrata, and vertebrata have some features. For example, the presence of a vertebral column. The notochord is actually replaced by this vertebral column, and the column, which is a column of series of bones that encloses and protects the dorsal nerve cord. And then there is head. In all vertebrates, the head is present, and there is distinct and differentiated head, which consists of skull and brain. For this reason, because they have developed this head, they are sometimes called as craniate chordates too. And then they have endoskeleton. Actually, the endoskeleton is made up of cartilage and or bones, and they are specialized organs or tissues, and they are composed of collagen and calcium phosphate. कोलेजन जो है वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है, और जो कैल्शियम है वो इसके स्केलेटन को स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड करता है. So these are the important features of phylum Chordata.